This video is going to fail.
Hello there.
So the reason why I say it's going to fail is because I'm saying some big stuff that's about friendships developing, friendships starting, new kind of moments in friendships. It's very awesome and big and sort of thing you can't really put into words. So basically, Booktube is full of people online talking to cameras with people watching them like yourselves. And it's full of probably, hopefully, the joy of reading. That's what it should be. And lots of positivity. And there's a community aspect that gets built up through the comments in the comment section and through buddy reads and tags and all sorts of things that make it more of a community. And that community becomes very real when Booktubers meet up. So this year is the year that I have and will be continued to meet up with Booktubers. And, it's a proper thing. And I won't go on about it too much, but obviously that's why it hits you when something like when we lose Pax, because she was a genuine friend, and I felt like it was the start of a long and deep and very close friendship. And yeah, I won't talk about it too much, but yeah, it's all very real. And I know myself and MJ have been talking about that because MJ was the first person I met in the Booktube community in real life. She came over to London in May, and in May we had a day together, and it was amazing. And I've already done a video about that, but it was an amazing thing. And I'm going to mention it again today because I want to just mention the fact that this year seems to be the year when I'm meeting these lovely people. So MJ and myself had this day in London, which is fantastic. And then fast forward a little while to July, to sort of like the middle of July, and I meet Sean. So Sean Lee Standfast called for some help because he had to move house and had to pack up his trillion books. So I nipped down to Bedford one weekend and stayed the Friday and the Saturday, and me and another booktuber I met, Heather Reeds, we helped him pack up tons and tons of books that weekend. So that was great meeting him. And actually on the Friday, so before we actually started packing on the Saturday morning, on the Friday we chatted for hours, and we actually didn't sort of call it a night until sort of past 3 in the morning, and we went, we better call it a night so that we can do some packing in the morning. So that was really cool. And then the Saturday just gone, something huge happened, and 26 Booktubers met up in London. So this was a really big deal for me because I felt really honoured to be included, because there was lots of people in this group that didn't know me. There were some that did know me, but there was lots, and most of them didn't know me, and I didn't know some of them. I was a big fan of many of them as far as watching their channels, and there were some that I met for the first time that I made a connection with straight away, and it was just such a fantastic day. It really was an amazing, amazing day. I'm going to talk about, I'll just make a brief mention of who these people were, but I'll link their channels in the description, and then I'll talk about where we went. I'm not going to do the book haul bit because basically I'm doing a bunch of unhaul book videos at the moment, and it just seems a bit weird to stick a book haul one in the middle of all that. So I will do a book haul, but I'm going to do that after I've done all my unhaul videos. I've unhauled about 250 books in the last week. I've spent ages and ages going through all of my books. So that's on my channel now through September as well. So I will do a book haul video, which will talk about some of the things I've bought this summer. But I don't want to do that in this video because this is all about meeting these people and having this incredible time face-to-face with people that I've seen on screen. So the whole meetup was created by Katie from Books and Things. So if you haven't checked Katie's channel out and her book, so she just recently published a book, then you ought to check her channel out because it's awesome. So Katie from Books and Things just put up a message and said if anyone wants to invite somebody else that it's relevant to. So that was really cool. And I, out of all the 26 people, I knew 2 of them personally, you know, as in we'd kind of chatted a lot offline, but not met face to face. So this was the first time I met any of them face to face. So it was lovely seeing Katie because I'd seen her videos before and was a fan of her channel. But the 2 people I knew before was Jack from Spread Book Joy. So we've done lots of messaging back and forth. We're in a David Bowie deep dive on Voxer, and we've just shared a few different messages about all sorts of things. So that's really awesome. And same with Charlotte, Chattie from the Chattie channel, the Mad Chattie channel. So check out Chattie's channel as well. So I'll link all these people, but these 2 people I did know more personally, but it was wonderful spending a day with them. So yeah, Mad Chattie and Jack, I knew them personally before. So the other people that I met, so I've always been watching Roz's channel, and that was fantastic, speaking to her in person, and Alice as well, Alice and the Giant Bookshelf. So Alice was really cool. And Ange as well, Ange's Book Corner, Carly, Bob the Bookerer, Robyn, who I found out has really similar taste to me, Jenny from Bookish Shenanigans, and Jen the Librarian, Oliver, it's great to meet them, and Charlie, Brook Reed. So Charlie, we spoke quite a lot at the early part of the day, so that was really nice because Charlie was one of the first people I connected to that I hadn't met before, so that was really awesome. And Charlie's sister Emily as well, that was great. And Claire Fenby and Charlotte and Kit, Kit the reader, Gemma from Gem the Books, and Leanne Rose, and Tilly Shelf as well. And Kirsten and Abby were the 2 that came with me to Forbidden Planet. So I just sort of said I hadn't been to Forbidden Planet. It seemed weird to go to London without going to Forbidden Planet. And the 3 of us went to Forbidden Planet at the end. That was the last bookshop we went to. And Olivia as well. I hadn't met Olivia as well. Olivia's Catastrophe. That was cool. And so we had a chat about science fiction as well. So there was just tons of people. Oh, and then Willow, Books and Belle. Out of all of the channels that I've just mentioned, Books and Belle was probably the one I watched the most. And so it was really lovely to actually speak to Willow in person. And we talked quite a lot about all sorts of different things. And it was really, really cool to get that friendship on the go. Yeah, so Willow from Books and Belle was there as well. And all of these people, I don't know if that's 26 people. I mean, there was 27 once Bob the Bookerer joined us halfway through the day, so 27 people. So all those different people met up in the Piccadilly branch of Waterstones, and that's where and in the cafe down below. So that was really cool, and it was quite a big cafe, so it managed to house us, and we were all sort of saying hello first, and then Katie had the bright idea of giving us stickers with our name and our channel name, which is great because there was a lot of people, and it was a brilliant idea, and that helped out, I think, initially. So we all put labels on our tops with our name on it, which was cool. So we went from Piccadilly to Waterstones. We looked around there for a bit, and I did buy 2 books straight away, which again I'll tell you about in another video. And then we went to Hatchard's, which is quite close. It was only a little walk to Hatchard's, which is a really cool bookshop. And once we went in Hatchard's, we wandered around for a bit. I found another couple of books. I think in Hatchard's was where I had quite a lot of conversations with different people. So I think the excitement of meeting everybody was kind of like really going full pelt or whatever. And then we moved on from Hatchard's to Charing Cross Road, and we went to Any Amount of Books, which I didn't go in because I've been in there a couple of times recently, and I just thought I'll leave off Any Amount of Books, and I went straight to Foyles, which is our next stop. And Foyles, if you know London and you like buying books, Foyles is a must place to go, and it's a fantastic place, and foils is just awesome. So yeah, we spent a good, I don't know, we spent a good 30-35 minutes in foils, and that was fantastic. And I found some really cool things in foils. And then we went from there to the Oxfam in Bloomsbury Place, which I hadn't been to before. That was a bit more of a walk. Going from foils to the Oxfam was probably the biggest gap in what we did, I think. But that meant the biggest chat as well. So that was really cool. So if you imagine 27 booktubers walking down the road, there's kind of moments when you're alongside one of them, and then you're alongside another one, and you're just like, you know, chatting about stuff to all these different people. It's just so awesome. You know, the mechanics of it was brilliant. So Katie's a genius. So we went to the Oxfam, and that was really, really good. I really like that Oxfam. I don't know if I bought anything actually, but it was really good. And then we went to Pizza Express, and the Pizza Express was a huge pizza place. It was really nice food actually. I was really impressed. And we took up half of the restaurant. It was literally, the back end was all us. So that was quite funny. And we just, there was just this massive conversation going on. It was fantastic. And yeah, we were kind of talking to each other sort of across the table. And it's just really fantastic atmosphere. And we were definitely getting to know each other. It was really cool. And then we went from there, we had a lovely meal. Then we went from there to the London Review shop, which again I was really impressed with, but I didn't find anything there, but it was really good. And then we went to Scoob Books. So some people went straight to Gaze the Word, which was the next one officially on our itinerary that Katie had created, and then because it's quite a small shop, and we thought maybe some people would go to Scoob Books first, and then it won't be such a clamour to everyone going to Gaze the Word. So we went to Scoob Books, and I'd never been to Scoob Books, and it's an awesome place. It's a second-hand bookshop. It's a really, really good second-hand bookshop. I was really impressed. And I find the newer London bookshops easier to find than the second-hand ones. So I was so pleased to find it, and I'd never been in it. I'd heard about it, but I'd never been in it, and that was great. So, and what was nice for me in that one was I recommended some books in that one rather than buying them myself. So some of the guys that were with us, yeah, some of the people I was with bought some stuff from Scoob Books, which was really cool, but I didn't get anything myself. And then I went and Gaze the Word, and I bought a book that I was kind of intending to buy all day. And I thought, yeah, this is a good shop to get it in, because I wanted to support the shop. So that was really good. So we went into Gaze the Word, really, really nice shop. And the guy running it seemed to be really chuffed that we were all in there, and we're giving him some publicity, which is great. So if you don't know the shop, definitely go in there. That was really good. And then our last official stop was the branch of Waterstones in Gower Street. And that was basically, it wasn't going to be our last stop, because we were going to go to Daunt Books, which was going to be a big old walk, and then Daunt Books. But by then it was about 4 o'clock, and some people were really tired, and it's just it was just a really good idea just to kind of make that last one. And we had a really, really lovely kind of gathering at the end. So we walked around the shop a bit, and then basically all gathered together in the cafe in there around this huge table. And that was just really cool. It's like a chat to end the day. And then a few other people bought this enormous cup of tea. And I was going to, but then I was thinking, by the time I saw this tea, I was thinking I wouldn't mind finishing off the day with a trip to Forbidden Planet, because I hadn't been to Forbidden Planet that day, and I love going to Forbidden Planet. I love it so much. So I'd mentioned it to a couple of people that either side of me that I knew were into fantasy books. So Abby and Kirsten, and I said, you know, do you fancy going to Forbidden Planet? Because I'd like to go there before I go home, because I knew that the shop shut at 7 o'clock. Shut at 7 o'clock. So I knew we had time, and they were up for it. So we stayed for a bit longer, had a chat, and it was just really, really cool. There was that sense that everyone seemed to just be getting along really well, and everyone seemed to have got something from the day. And then the three of us went to Forbidden Planet to finish. And weirdly, that was considering I'd bought some books, and I was quite happy to keep buying books, That was the only time I've ever been to Forbidden Planet and not bought something. So nothing really leapt out with me. But I had been in there quite recently, to be fair. About 2 weeks ago, I went to Forbidden Planet. And I bought quite a few books there that time. So it's not that weird. But a lovely way to end the day. It was just such a fantastic day. And just, you know, to reiterate this idea that what happens on here is real. You know, we do make friends on here. You know, I haven't met people who comment yet, but I'd love to meet the people who comment on the videos as well. But there's a real proper community, and it's just a lovely thing to be part of it. And I felt really, like I said in the early part of the video, I did genuinely feel really honoured to be included, because I'm definitely a younger, smaller channel, and my videos tend to be a little bit more off the beaten track, if you like. I don't do like Jane Austen videos and that kind of thing, so I don't, you know, I'm not necessarily first port of call. So yeah, I really felt really pleased and honoured and grateful. That's the word. I felt really grateful to have been included, and it's just a really awesome day. And these people that I've met were just so lovely, and I can't wait to see them again. And yeah, I wanted to share that as a separate thing, separate from the book haul thing, because the book haul one, when I get to it, or when you see it, because I'm going to do it soon, but it won't be. That's got to be scheduled after the unhaul videos. Otherwise, it won't make sense. I'll upset the time-space continuum if I've got the unhaul videos and then haul videos in the middle, and then library tour videos in there as well. It'd just be crazy. So yeah, later on you'll see the book haul video from the last few weeks. That'll include the stuff from this trip to London as well. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying the videos at the moment. I know that this is going up right in the middle of my unhaul videos. So there's 10 videos I'm putting up when I got all of my books out and decided which ones I was keeping and which ones I was getting rid of. And I hope you're enjoying those, because it was quite a lot of work. But to be honest, doing it for the channel helped me be more brutal and actually get rid of more, which is quite good. So there we go. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.